Where we go to buy books in Liyue. Should we ask here if they have a copy of the Liyue volume of the...
Feel free to look around. There's no...
We're looking for the Liyue volume of the Teyvat travel guide.
Sorry, dear. We stopped stocking that a very long time ago.
But the monster volume...
The thing is, the author made it too personal. It barely sold any copies. And the few travelers that did buy it made complaints afterward.
Well, that's a shame. The monster...
The fact remains that I don't have it in stock. If you must read it, try your luck at
Who's Cheng the Nun?
a book collector who lives in Xingqiu village. He's a complete grouch. He was a regular customer here back when he lived in Li.
Did somebody say out-of-print books? Is there a chance that Volume 6 of Legend of the Shattered Halberd is also in his Apologies, my liege. Where are my manners? My name is Xingqiu. A humble... Since you and I are both in search of lost books, my pleasure, fellow...
The heavens are smiting me. Uh-huh. And what do you want?
We've heard you've got tons of old books lying around, and we want to...
Huh. Don't get me started on the topic of my book. After the chasm was sealed off, the family mining business started going south. To pay off my debts, I had no choice but to pawn off my beloved book collection. Wrong. That was my life's work. Unless you have other business here, I'm done.
Please tell me that you didn't pawn Volume 6 of Legend of the Shattered Halberd.
Legend of the Shattered Halberd? There's a title I haven't heard in a long...
What? But we...
That work was an epic-defining masterpiece. But over time, it was the work that... Barely any copies of the first edition.
The later edition inexplicably went out of print, almost as soon as it was released.
Yes, that's right. How did I forget? The original edition...
You mean you still...
Yes. It is my one...
Hey, Chang! You've got some nerve keeping me and my boss waiting like this. I need an answer. I'm sure you don't need me to remind you that if you met...
Oh, but you know I can't afford to give a 70% discount on the price. I'd never be able...
That's your business. The question is, do you want your books, or do you want food on your plate?
Whoa there, friend. Come on. This gentleman is either willing to make a deal or he's not. You can't force him to sell again.
Just who do you think you are?
My liege, I am but one who comes to the aid of this gentleman in his moment.
Guhua clan? Did you hear this clown? He thinks he's a Guhua master. Oh, there was me thinking the last granddads of Guhua had keeled over and died by now. Who were you supposed—
Justice is blind to our backgrounds, my friend.
Get a load of this guy. And you, Chang? You're—
Oh,
So, just to come back to what we were talking about.
oh, what does...
3 long years I have waited for this day.
All right, give it a rest.
Hey, where are you going? So, you like...
Oh, amazing!
Hello?
No wonder this book is so...
How can they bully poor old Changman?
Why do you give up on your book search so light?
Oh, so now you can hear what we're...
The reason I borrowed this book is that it would be a real pity if Chang the Ninth ended up having to pawn it. And I meant every word I said to Chang the Ninth. I will be custodian of this book. And I will also help find a way to buy back the rest of his collection. Of course I do. An initial... Give me a second to reflect.
You're still here? What is this, a game to you? You think... I gotta hand it to the Goofball clan. Were you lacking numbers? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say goof...
There's a saying that goes, the insect that shakes the oak tree,
Quit quoting pro...
Please leave this place. I will not tolerate an attempt to coerce an honest trader. Especially when the one you seek to threaten is one to...
It's cute that you want to stick your neck out for Chang and all, but you picked the wrong time, you little punk. I brought the Fatui to back me up. A whole army of you and your little goop...
I may be young, my liege, but the path I have chosen makes me no stranger.
Oh, great speech.
There you are, eavesdropper. No, my sword! Let me lose myself a little.
A hunter becomes the hunter.
A miner's...
You're open!
I let my guard down. Over here! Blink! Boof! Over here! Boof! Now you've got me worked up. Over here! Let me hold you over. The merrier!
I thought that was just a regular pendant you were wearing. You won this round, but you better watch your back.
Would it be too much to hope they've learned their lesson? Yes, though I try to avoid using it. I dislike though I long to restore Guhua to its former
They've gone for now, but
I'll see to it that no harm comes to those who show me kindness. There is a just and unjust way to do business. It's not like the Fatui to pick sides in a business dispute. But there must be a deeper level of He mentioned Gentry Mautai. I know this name. He has a stately...
That idea works.
Me? I have other things to look into. Let me see.
You really have stuff to do?
Wow, so that's how that turned out.
Ugh, this guy is so annoying. Fine, but from now on, he shall be known as Guhua Geek.
Who goes there? Really? He didn't mention the Master's dealing with some urgent business today.
Urgent business?
The Master's been working on a major business deal recently.
So, where...
I'm sorry. The Master is stressed that we must not disclose that information to no, I mean, yes. Yes, you are. I meant no offense. Please, I'm sorry. Master, I beg for your mercy, please.
Well, my master has much more important things to do than talk. Luckily for you, your bad attitude will be the last thing on his mind when he's busy negotiating a...
Thank you. May your business forever...
Nice work! Paimon... Is that so? Now Paimon knows... Anyway, seems like the VIP client in question must be one of the Fatui. In that case... Seems business is booming at the Xingqiu kiosk. No one should notice if we blend in there. But either way, if we want to know what kind of shady business they're up to, we better be careful.
I understand. I do. Please do not worry. You have my word that the order will be completed as promised.
The subordinate I sent was not quite so optimistic in his appraisal.
We just ran into a minor procurement, but it's nothing for you to worry about.
That would be most ideal. I remind you again, we are willing to lend a certain degree of support to this transaction. You may suddenly find our...
I understand. I am indebted to you for your...
We shall see when the time comes.
Darn that old man Chang.
So, Miss... Who knows if Guhua Geek has made any... You said you had other things to look into, as when actually all you meant was you...
I see. I guessed as much.
Did you really guess, or are you just saying...
The course of action we must take is now clear. To start with, please, my liege. For reasons that I cannot explain, there is no need for you to read the contents of the letter.
Ugh, this writing is super hard.
Hence why I said the Feiyun Commerce Guild will have someone who can...
Well, why would you want to get them involved? They're one of the bigwig commerce guilds in Liyue. Why would they want to? Since we got to Liyue, Paimon keeps hearing people mention it. Seems having such big
No need to worry about that. Once they have read the carefully reasoned and passionately Gentry Mount Sai must be taught also. I do not wish for anyone else to know of my involvement.
Why not? You're only doing this
to silently disappear at the matter's conclusion, concealing one's name. Each droplet of kindness I receive.
That sounds very lovely.
Thank you in advance for delivering this letter to the Feiyun Commerce Guild.
Hey! Excuse us.
A letter? Oh, I see. Oh, don't mind me.
Can we actually read this thing?
Yes, the script. Honored guests, you must both be wary from your long... Please rest assured that the matter... Please take a seat here in Leo Li...
Yay! Tasty
Of course. Please, this way.
And Paimon thought we'd get kicked out, or turned away at the door. Paimon didn't think Guhua Geek had so much clout.
Thank you for your patience. With the amount of wealth and power Gentry Mount Sai has, it will take more than a slap on the wrist to get through to him. For him to correct the error of his ways, he must feel for himself. Since Gentry Mount Sai's business has to do with core lapis, we simply need to buy up all the stock there is in Liyue. That will put him in a rut, deprived of the necessary raw materials. Even the best craftsperson in Teyvat.
Great idea! That'll be sure to mess things up between... But Liyue is huge. Is it really...
With the timescale we are on, it is indeed a challenge. Hence, as stated in the letter, we must ask for your further... First, there are a number of vendors in the city you will need to buy from. I've marked there is also some unsold core lapis at the chasm. You will need to purchase that. Finally, there is Chang the Ninth.
Alrighty, so 3 sellers in the city, another one at the chasm, and then Chang...
Of course. We are not expecting you to cover the cost.
Wow, so many more!
Well, this is not the first time we've had to do something like this. All you need to do is strike a deal. The Feiyun Commerce Guild will once you have purchased all the core lapis, please proceed to the Feiyun Commerce Guild's warehouse.
Gotta hand it to Guhua Geek. This is some